Hello there, survivors, and welcome back here in ARK Survival Ascended on Aberration. And today we're going to be designing another steampunk build here in the steampunk town that I've been working on. Today we're going to be working on a very important addition to any base, a workshop and a storage area where we can do all the crafting, including all the new crafting things, the tinker table, I don't know what it's called, the new steam forge, etc. Like, there's a bunch of new things that we need to keep in mind whilst designing this all, and just of course having a decent place for all your storage, for all your all the stuff that you collect during your adventures on the Ark is always a good thing to have. And since we already have a big place to keep our dinos, I feel like we definitely need also a decent place for all our stuff. All our other stuff we need to have somewhere nicely. So last time we built the hangar here and the zeppelin. Before that, of course, we built the giant dino pen arena over there. And yeah, we started out with our what now looks like a fairly tiny little starter house. Well, the plan is to build a nice workshop, storage, everything right over here, so that we basically have everything that we need to do our daily ARK tasks here, and store all the things that we collect. I think that's going to be fun. It's going to be very useful, and of course we get to design more steampunk things. So yeah, I mean, that's always going to be fun, right? So yeah, we're just gonna see what we come up with. I have a vague idea of what I want to do, but not really too much. So we'll see what we end up with. First of all, we'll probably need to clear some space, because definitely some of these trees need to go. I think we're going to start from here, so that we claim as much of this area here that we can, and then kind of work backwards towards the rest of the base. We have no stuff, so let's get going with some tools that we can use to clear the area before we actually go into the building materials themselves. And I kind of want to try out some new combinations. So far we've gone very metally, very steampunky. I kind of want to work in some more stone and maybe some wooden elements in this one as well, just to kind of change up the materials as well, you know, not go full steampunk skin everywhere. Because I think you can get some great results if you combine them as well. We have done a little bit, especially on that one, we've done it a little bit already, and I kind of like the way that looks, breaking up the walls and stuff. So yeah, we'll see. We can do, hopefully, some cool stuff for this one. First, we'll get rid of all these big rocks and trees. Can I get rid of this one? Yes, I can. That is a big one for sure. There we go. That's a good start. Let's get rid of this rock as well, so that we have plenty of room and plenty of space to work with, I think. Oh, no, this is another rock. We might as well get rid of most of it in the area, so that we start with a proper clean slate here. Yeah, looks like there's still a rock left over here as well. Definitely want to get rid of this, because we'll need a decent sized build, because especially the new steam forge, I think it's called, which should be better than the normal industrial forge, I believe. But that one is quite big, so we need a nice spot for that one for sure. There we go. Let's clear out the last few things, and then we should be good to get this thing going. Well, maybe a few more. Maybe a few more of these rocks, just in case. And then we can start designing something nice, hopefully. Whilst we're at it, we might as well make sure that we have no rocks that are going to poke through our foundation layer. There we go. I think that might be it. I think it is, yeah. All right, let's unequip this. Let's start with the metal foundations. Because, yeah, we're going to just start it metal. We can always change things. If we want some different materials, we're going to skin most of the floors, at least I would say. Yeah, I think we definitely want to get as close to the edge as possible, but there is a little bit of a dip here. So probably wise to kind of keep the foundation level on there. So that, yeah, we can actually use the foundations. And then we can still see, like, if this would work. No, see, it's not kind of gonna work all the way. So yeah, we have a big build to make probably. This is gonna be our main storage, so we definitely want to make sure that we got a decently sized build, I would say. So for the main bulk, like I feel like what my idea is, like, we're gonna have like a main little hall, which is gonna where most of the storage is gonna be taking place. Then we're gonna have more of a crazy tower steampunk build at the front, I think, where more of the crafting area is gonna be. And then I kind of want to round it off at the back so that we enjoy a nice view here. And then maybe we'll have a partial outside area as well, because I don't know if the forge, we want to have that inside or maybe outside, or maybe the option to do whatever you prefer. Yeah, we do have a beautiful waterfall here, which is kind of why I chose the spot. It's pretty nice. Having a river between my buildings, I kind of like the idea of that. Especially now that we get to the stage that we'll have things on both sides. We can slowly but surely start connecting them as well. Add some bridges in and everything. Hello there. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so currently it's 4 wide. Definitely think I want to extend that a bit more. 8 is what we're at right now, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. 8. 8 seems like a reasonable amount. Like, you would still have plenty of room on both sides, I think, if we were to do this. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we're already going to run into the terrain. It's going to be a little bit more tricky than I would have thought. But I guess since we're not really going to be using dinos inside, it wouldn't be the worst if we have to raise it up a little bit more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's probably enough for now. But yeah, the terrain isn't completely flat. So we're going to have to work around that in some way. Which, I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. There we go. That is, I guess, the higher corner of the build. Which isn't the worst. We can definitely have the floor raised. Don't think that's going to be much of a problem. Let's start with the ceilings. We just want to make sure that, like, this main hall area, where I think is going to be like the main storage room. So where you're going to have either all your vaults if you're playing completely vanilla, or any of your other storage options. I've added today visual storage actually to this world as well. We've been using it a little bit on the oh, I thought I placed an extra ceiling. We've been using it on my community server, and it's just a very beautiful way of storage. So I've decided that I kind of want to use that instead of plunking vaults down everywhere, because I feel like it might help me with my organization skills, which I do not have. I just plunk everything in random storage and then never can find the things I'm looking for. And it will just help the interior look of places as well, because it of course looks a lot nicer than just any random vaults everywhere. So this should give us a decent size, this storage hole. There we go, that's not too bad. Let's make sure that we get rid of some of those bushes so that we do not have weird bushes in our storage hole sticking out through the floor. There we go, that's a good start. It's not too much, to be honest, because it's kind of raised, I suppose. It's a good start to the hall. That looks nice and clean. We're definitely going to skin this. The inside floor we definitely want to have a little bit nicer. Then over here, I guess we can start our rounded off bit. Which, I mean, we're just going to see how far this will take us. But yeah, I think that's going to be quite nice to have like a little bit of a nice wall of windows here where we can just enjoy the views of the blue zone. Because, I mean, that is quite a nice view, right? Hello there, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, yeah, here is also going to be same issue that we're going to run into, that just the... I guess we already had the issue anyway because it's already lower. How far do we keep it? I think 4 is probably a decent size. Because otherwise... Oh god. Yeah, otherwise it's going to be a little bit too pointy again. But then we have 4 on this side and 4 on this side. Yeah, I feel like that's perfect. Perfect little rounded end of the build. There we go. Oh, no. Let's not place random ceilings everywhere. Already have enough structures in this area without having some extra placed ones in the floor. There we go. Yeah, so this is basically... Oh, Jesus, these getting stuck in the air for some reason. It's so annoying. So yeah, this is going to be like the main storage hole, and then we're going to have like... The end of it is going to be mostly glass, and then you'll have an awesome view of the surrounding areas. Thank you, Courtney. I'm glad you like them. I don't mind building, definitely not. The new Steampunk skins, I feel like having to interact with them separately to change the variation is a little bit time consuming if you build big builds or if you build as much as me. So I would have liked to see a system closer to the Frontier skin, which was a little bit easier in its variations because they were just part of the skin. I guess we don't need that on the hotbar. Oh, I already had both skins apparently. All right. So yeah, this is going to be a little rounded bit where we're going to be watching the views, I suppose. I guess we also want to start having some more materials. So maybe We'll get a bunch of these in here. That's probably enough for now. I kind of also want to try to integrate a little bit more stone in the design this time as well. Because I feel like that matches pretty well, especially with some of the pillar skins, like the stone pillar skins. I feel like that makes sense. Okay, so for now, I think we'll focus on this part of the build before we do like the crazy part in front. Definitely also want to have some of these things here. I don't know. Did I get no metal wall? Because I feel like if we're going to be mixing in things, it might be nice to kind of differentiate the metal parts from the non-metal parts by using, or the steampunk skins from the stones, the parts, so that we know which one is going to be which. All right, so I feel like everything below is going to definitely be a steampunk skin, because especially here it's just one layer, so that's going to actually work quite nicely, having that fancy little steampunk variant. And I guess here in some areas it's just going to be a little bit more because it's a little bit higher. Hello there, thank you very much. I'm glad you like them. Right, so yeah, let's just first of all close this off so that we don't have any weird floating builds going on. I guess we just want to continue this wall just to keep the similarities on both sides, even though it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, and I think for this layer, definitely we just want to use this skin. The nice little detail in there. And that's just going to go all the way around the side here of the storage room. And then, yeah, we definitely want to have them on these foundations for as far as we can see with these bushes. But I definitely want to keep the bushes around if we're not building anything there. Gonna be nice to have the greenery in there. And I guess here on these, we kind of want to change these skins to a different variation so they don't just all blend in with each other. There we go. I feel like that's a good start. And then this one, we're just going to change to metal every time so they're a little bit more, yeah, less detail. It's only these parts at the end anyway where we can see them, and we might still build something around the outside, you know, maybe some platforms out here, a nice little outside area so that we can enjoy the view even more, and maybe connect up to future cliff platforms that we want to add, because we did that. We added a cliff platform last time and I kind of like the vibe of that, and I kind of want to add more around here for sure. But that's not our problem right now. We have a big enough build to do anyway. I feel like that's a decent start to this. We have the shape of a nice hole here. The only downside of this current size is that we're definitely gonna have need of a giant building in the front, which wasn't necessarily what I was planning on doing, but I'm sure we can find a way. I guess this would be nice to have because you'll definitely have plenty of space for all of your storage inside. And I kind of want to maybe extend a little area out here for like a little outdoor workshop area, and maybe the new steam forge with like the stairs and everything. I think that could be nice. But we'll keep that in mind for now. Then I think we probably want to have some pillars for this area, just to kind of bring in the separate areas that we'll have. So I'm gonna do 4 above the floors basically, and we'll do that here as well. Okay, that's already to the bottom. So yeah, I feel like 4 high is gonna be the perfect height, so that we can still easily have like nice details as well. Okay, so 4 high. There we go. And we might do some more pillars in the middle of these, but for now we're gonna start with this. And yeah, we're gonna skin some of these, but actually no, the pillars we might want to skin now, because they sometimes kind of overlap into structures, and then it's kind of hard to change them afterwards. And at least some of these we definitely want to be stone variants. There we go. All the way up. These as well. There we go. And then all the way up as well. And now we have to change them again. Yeah, this is my biggest frustrations. I love the skin variations, but it's just very tedious if you're doing bigger builds that you have to go in, change them like this. Would be nice if you could select which one you want to use before placing them. Nope, not the wall. The pillar, please. Thank you. There we go. Perfect. Now for these, since I'm gonna use windows, and I might want to use like window skins that have a little bit more wood accents in them, I think I'm only gonna do the pillars on this level and then keep the rest as normal ones for now. Nope, that's not what we want. I need the pillar. Yeah, thank you. There we go. All right. So that's a decent beginning, I would say. Yeah, so what I think is what we want here is basically just some nice windows, and with some custom cosmetics, like these windows are quite nice, I think, because we used them on the starter build as well, like these wooden ones, and I kind of like the design of those arches in there. Not quite sure how it's gonna look if we would do big windows like this, but I do feel that could be a nice touch. But before we get there, we've got a whole hall to design, and yeah, the downside of course is that we will want plenty of storage against the walls of this hall, so the more we do on the side, the harder that's gonna be, but we're gonna have to add a few details in there. So this kind of works perfectly though. To break it up, you might have to do that, because it's just too perfect the way this works. There we go, because we can make those into like bigger windows. And they bring a nice little bit of steampunk in there with the design they have. Yeah, that is quite nice. And it helps breaking up these walls already, right? And I guess then it might make sense to just add pillars in like in between. Yeah, I think it does make sense. There we go. And we'll change all these. Oh, this is going to be a hassle, isn't it? If for some reason it never likes you having these next to each other, for some reason it acts up. Oh, we can easily fix that, and we'll have a nice stone pillar there as well. Probably gonna have these same issues here, yep. So for now we'll just clear those away, get the right variant in. There we go. There we go. So yeah, we basically have we've divided this up in different sections, which I think is going to be nice. We might still change them up because this might actually be a little bit of overkill and too much symmetry. I kind of think I want to probably change it up a little bit more. Doesn't feel too steampunky to have it all the same. Well, it's always good to kind of start with your shell and then start adding details from there. There we go. So yeah, what I feel like we're gonna do is, at least on this side, gonna remove it, because then we could make that like an entrance for a little outside area with the steam forge and everything. There we go. Change these variants. Hello there. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome in. There we go. So that's going to be a skin for sure. Okay. Yeah, I did skin all those. Okay. Awesome. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. It's not quite right. Because that's a 2 and that's a 1 gap. How did I mess that up? Oh yeah, I guess the gates fit it perfectly with gaps of 2 everywhere, but yeah, if you divide that up, that's not as perfect anymore, is it? Yeah, that doesn't look as good. That's gonna trigger me too much. That's too random. Okay, well, I guess we don't need those pillars. There we go. Well, quick fix. So annoying they can't remove those pillars for some reason. Okay, so yeah, that definitely did not work the way I wanted, but that's fine. That's fine. We can work with it. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just see that if we were to add like an area here, which we definitely could, is like what size it would be, and it kind of lines up quite nicely here with the riverside. Yeah, at least here we want to keep in mind that this is the edge of the world. We could, I guess, round it off a little bit. I guess we could do it like this. And then we'll see what we do on that side. That kind of depends on the rest of the building as well. But it definitely would be nice to connect it back up in different ways. All right. So I guess this means that we do not want to go too far out with this. Maybe like this. Yeah, we won't have a lot left. For example, like this. So yeah, you would have the gate like that. The actual exit. I suppose you could have those stick out a little bit. And again, you probably want to have at least these be the metal walls. Probably also like this, just in case we can actually see through the stairs a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I think that works. So yeah, we would have those stairs coming in like this. That would be the inside, of course, of the build. Yeah, I guess we can try it out with a little bit more of the stone elements. So I suppose this would be kind of the basic shape of the extension that we are working on. Just a little entrance here to the side to break up the whole wall. There we go. We could even do something like this. I don't know, that could work. Make the entrance feel more grand. Quite easily like this. Okay, definitely want to have a pillar on these ends, because that's going to blend the stone back in with a little bit more of the steampunk skins. And of course we're going to change this variant to the stone variant. Yeah, that works quite well. Yeah, they do work very well with the stone. Which is nice, because this also means that this variant of the pillar you can definitely just use for different types of build. Doesn't have to be steampunk. Which is good, of course, that you can use them for multiple purposes. But yeah, this does look quite nice. And then I think, after all, we kind of do want to have the pillars here. Even though I kind of got rid of them again. But yeah, I feel like it does make sense because we now connected something to it. Okay, yeah, these skins we definitely also want to update now that we've done the pillars. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what it is with these wall skins that don't allow me to interact with the pillars anymore, but we can work around it. We can find a way. There we go. So yeah, that's going to form a nice little base of the build, I would say. And then of course, there's going to be much more to design, but it's a decent start. And I think then for these walls, kind of also just want to fill those in with stone to begin with. Just to kind of give us an idea and see what it looks like. That's not too bad. I think for these, I kind of want a little bit of a different design. I don't know. I think I'm changing my mind. Okay, I think the top layer is actually going to be the steampunk skin. So for now, we'll indicate that with metal. And then I think we're going to have it like this. Even though I don't like the inside of this skin, like the crosses are a little bit much, but I think it's going to be worth it. So then I think we're going to have a tall window like that. There we go. And I feel like if I change these skins, that's going to be quite nice. Yeah, I do really like that as a side. Those look a little bit like the gaps. Yeah, they definitely are. It's just so annoying because it's kind of nice and clean like this. Don't really want to add anything else in there. I guess we want to have the greenhouse door. There we go. Feel like that's a good start. And we'll add the letters, of course, as details here on the outside. There we go. And then with the steampunk skin, this just looks like really fancy shutters basically for the windows. There we go. It just adds a lot of texture to those walls. And yeah, I'm quite happy with the combination of the stone and the steampunk skin. I think that definitely does work. Then for these, I guess we do want to have it like this. We could, I suppose, add a little bit more like this. All right, that works. The whole idea of adding the forge out here is gonna not really work in my case, at least, because it's not enough space and I can't really extend with the river. All right, well, let's get rid of some of these plants that are in my platform. You mean these? That's just the steampunk skin on the pillars and then change it to the stone variant. Alright, so I guess this is going to be like a proper entrance for this base. Like this is the side entrance, but also just, I mean, depends on where you're coming from, I guess. It does look like a quite nice entrance already. No, yeah, you have the bronze/wooden variant and you have the stone variant as well. Kind of feel like that at the top of this wall, I just want to have the fancy design again. Yeah, that does feel quite nice, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Actually, I might do that all the way. I know I can skin it, but it's just for my peace of mind. I guess I shouldn't really change the skins right away. But, yeah. That is not too bad. It's off to a good start, I would say. Thank you very much, Nutman. There we go. Even though I'm probably gonna turn these... No, not probably. I'm definitely gonna turn these into windows. I still like to add the doors in. Just because... Yeah, just looks nice. Like big window shutters. Yeah, that's off to a good start. So I guess for these, we're gonna have the fancy wood here on the outside, which normally I'm not the biggest fan of, but there's also not really that much we can change about that. Unless we just use ceilings. Which could be nicer. Because then we can change to the glass variant. I feel like we should probably do that. Because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have these fancy floors on the outside, right? And then it would actually make it easier to extend as well. Alright, so let's take out all the foundations. Like so. I guess then we can actually go a little bit over the edge as well. Which is exciting. Okay. Yeah, this might get interesting. I wish we had like ceilings that just would fit like this. That would make making those kind of fit nicely together without having to overlap a little bit easier. All right, let's see. What we probably want to do is... Do we want to have like a pillar in the middle? I guess so. Or is it weird? I guess it's kind of weird to have it lined up with the middle. There we go. Yep, I think it's gone. So, but I'm just gonna want to extend it again. So what I'm probably gonna do... Oh, actually, that's gonna go off the edge there. Okay, so if I do this, now I can do this. Yeah, because if I extend this and add the pillar, it's going to go all the way down, which is definitely not what we want. Like that. And I guess now we could make it into a little bit more of a rounded shape. And I guess if you can't overlap, you would just leave it like this. But I think since I can do it, I'm just going to overlap it back into the building. Yeah, it's definitely making it a little bit difficult, but maybe I place like a pillar there. I'm allowed to go a little bit further. And we can link it back up with the build. Again, this is very specific, of course, to my build. But I think we can make it work. So yeah, we can probably add a pillar here safely. Hopefully. I don't know if this is actually going to give me support. It does? Okay, that's good. Because it kind of looks like it's just going through and wants to keep going on. But no, that's enough support. Oh, it actually isn't. It only gave me a very small amount of support, apparently. Which is fine, because we can just add a pillar over there again. Alright. Not quite sure where this is going. But I kind of like the idea of having a little platform around here. I guess we do want a little bit more. I suppose it would be totally fine to add support here. There we go. Okay, so definitely need more. Is this gonna help me? Yeah, it is. Okay, well, that's gonna be difficult to add any type of real foundation in. So, once again, we're gonna have to do this. I feel like I'm getting majorly distracted from actually building my own building by just making some kind of fancy walkway around. But then again, kind of like the idea of having that. Okay, where did this line start? From there, so 3 in. Let's actually see if I would do this, would it even line up with this side? So I guess from there, was it? Yeah, I guess it is. So if it lines back up with this, which it does, yeah, we kind of just can mirror the walkway exactly to the same size as the other side, which is quite exciting. Yeah, we'll need some more foundation support, of course, which I guess we can have in certain places. Okay, so that's about as far as we want to get. It's annoying because we only need like one more. Guess we can have a temporary one there. So we can build the real support right over here. There we go. That should be the real deal. And then of course it's going to be slightly different here because of the landscape. But at least we'll have a decently nice walkway all the way around. I think it's about here where I did the pillar on the other side, and it can actually work here as well. There we go. Oh god, what happened? How did that get rid of this? That's odd, isn't it? That was very odd. I don't know why it's lost support there. But surely I just placed this down. Sometimes ARK can be weird. Alright, let's see if I do this again. Will it allow me to keep this? There we go. Now it will. Ah, but it won't allow me to place any more. Very, very strange. I guess we'll hide some support in there and then we can continue. That's kind of all we need on this side. It's kind of finishing off the walkway here. And then we can finally go back to the normal build. For some reason, do not have support there now. So I think what we'll do is we'll just have to add another little hidden pillar there. There we go. And yeah, technically we would want one here just to kind of mirror what we've got going on, but yeah, that's not really. Oh, interesting. I can't even do the beam. That's funny, isn't it? I guess I'll just keep that one just to finish the look. And yeah, I'm gonna skin all of this to the glass skin from the Steampunk pack, but that's gonna take a while. But for now, we're gonna first focus on the actual build because we got majorly distracted. And the build needs our attention, of course. Okay, so we got the basis for the walls here. Now, for these windows, you can always do two things. Of course, in the past, I've usually used the ASR stained glass windows, which if you do have mods, definitely are the way to go, like the wood glass wall. But, and I'm gonna keep saying this, if you do not have them, what you can just do is you can just place normal wooden walls, go to the frontier skin or any other custom cosmetic, I suppose, and you can just have windows like this instead. Like, that works totally well. Of Of course, it's not the same as stained glass. Would have been very nice if they added that way with maybe this steampunk pack or another pack, but yeah, it is what it is. We do already have some amazing new skins, but yeah, these are the ones from ASR that you can change into the stained glass. And yeah, I'm really liking that for these builds. I've got them over there, over there. Yeah, I think they just add a nice touch. So definitely want to have that in my workshop here as well. Hello there, Michaela. Welcome in, welcome in. Such kind words immediately. All right, so we got a pretty decent start, I would say, for this build. I would say for the roof, I kind of want to extend it, and I want to extend it by a full ceiling on the side before we start going up. Of course, we're going to add many a detail in the actual roofs. I suppose it makes sense to just also add the details here then. Something like this. So the roof would start like that. With a nice overhang. I feel like we can justify that for a build of this size. There we go. Hello there, Pickles. You did make it. You did. There we go. And I definitely also think that we want to have an overlap, and on the build this scale we can definitely afford it to be a decently sized one. Hello there, Morgoth. No. It's just, okay, the way I've got it set up, if I look to the left, I see my YouTube chat. If I look to the right, I see my Twitch chat. So it's, you know, I have to look both ways when reading chat. Yeah, I think that's going to be quite nice. Here, of course, is where things are going to get interesting, but I think that's going to be making for a really nice roof in general. Now, the way they are lined up on the other side, it's great. But on this side, we have a little bit more of an issue because we made this adjustment with lining things up. But we'll see about that later. But I guess if we do any details on top here, like if we want to do maybe something like this, I feel like it's best to line it up still with the actual windows. That makes more sense, I think. So yeah, I think we would like to line it up like so. God damn it. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Oh, god damn it. There we go. Yeah, so that would be the corner. Yeah, definitely always share your builds in the Discord. I'd love to see them. Even if you just rebuild one of my tutorials, I still love to see that. All right, I feel like we're off to a good start for the roof, because even though we have a pretty big roof here, it's already quite interesting with all the little bits and bobs that we've added here. So it's not too flat or anything. Can I drag this? What do I not need right now? I guess the stone wall. Because then we can add in all these corner bits. There we go. Yeah, I would say that's off to a pretty nice start here. Not quite sure what we'll do for the upper part there. Probably just continue a little bit more of the same kind of vibe. I guess for this side, it really depends on, are we gonna mirror the other side? Or are we doing something different? Because on the one hand, it feels like it could use some more steampunkiness, which I don't know what that means. Does that mean the same or more chaos? More chaos, usually good. We're already gonna have plenty of chaos in the front, so maybe this would be good enough. Alright, so we're gonna have a rounded off roof here at the end, which is something exciting because it's something different. But we also don't want to make this too boring, because there's no variations, unfortunately, on these types of roofs. Where you have the variation, of course, for the normal roof with the steampunk skin. Hello there, Jack, or Brian, or Griffin Glider. There we go. Well, let's at least line it up for now. We can always change our mind if we do. But yeah, this is a this is gonna be a big build. This is a big build. Why do I do this to myself every day? Like, I can never just make a nice and easy build. Nice and small and cozy. No. Going giant. Make my life harder than it needs to be. Okay, so I guess, yeah, this is where the normal roof would start again, and it's actually gonna go quite high. Yeah, like that. Okay. Do we want to do anything to break this up? Can we do anything to break this up? I guess we could. The question is, do we want to? Because realistically, this is just the storage portion. I was gonna make a building on the front with more steampunk. But yeah, we'll see. We're definitely gonna add in some of the skin variants with the window in there, because that's quite nice as well. But we have 2 layers of roofs on top of here. Let's just, for the whole overview, fill in the rest of this roof, because I feel like we do have plenty of details down here with the side additions. And maybe if we add some of the smaller window variants that are in these steampunk skins, I think this side is probably good detail wise. The rounded bit we'll have to judge. There we go. I do really like this texture. I think this is one of the textures as well. This roof is definitely going to be very useful even if you're not building anything steampunk. It's always going to be a very nice roof texture, and especially with the ability to add the little window to it, that's always going to be quite good. There we go. Well, I guess at least after designing this, I will definitely know that I won't run out of storage space on Aberration anytime soon. So I guess that's a good thing. There we go. So I guess what we could do is every other window maybe, or every other roof. Although, kind of want to have that like this. I don't know if this is gonna... Oh yeah, that actually works perfectly. So it's every other one, and then for, of course, where this roof is, we have a gap. I think this is already really nice for this side of the roof, honestly. And then what I want to use is the frontier skin for these bits, because of course those we can then also turn into like proper little windows. There we go. Look at that. More little windows. Just what we like. And then I think we're gonna use some of the details with the nice fences. I don't know if we want to do that. Kind of want to have something on the end, but I don't know what. Maybe that's overkill as well. Yeah, the ramp texture is really nice as well with the gold. Definitely a very nice texture to use. There we go. We have two roofs like that. Yeah, I don't kind of would like to have some extra details here on the end, but I don't know what without overdoing it too much. I guess the other thing you could do is this. But that's way too high, I feel like. The lamps. Yeah, I keep forgetting about the table lamps. I use them in my hangar finally. But those might actually be quite nice. Because they're like round, right? Like little round dots. But the question is, can I actually place them there? And the answer is, I think, no. Which sucks. Well, actually, maybe. Let me do some magic here. If we do this, can I place it on top of this? No. Place. I can, in fact, do this. Ooh, this might be... That might be nice. This could be nice. I mean, yeah, it is kind of nice. You still see it as well. I don't know if you want to... Probably don't want to light it up because that's going to be annoying. Because the way lights work, if you're in a distance, they're usually like glaring and flickering and everything. But this works. I do really like that actually. That's gonna be nice. Like this. Get rid of that.
Hello there.
Hello there. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome in. All right. I think we might have just discovered a new way to use the lamps. Yeah, that is actually really nice. That's gonna be an awesome addition. I'm might actually gonna go into some of the builds and add those as well, because that's quite nice. I'm not even gonna light the lamps, but just a little ball on the end. That's quite nice. Oh. I need this lamp now. I'm gonna put it in the hotbar. Even though this is the last roof I have now, but for now at least. Yeah, that's really nice. That's a good addition. That's a really nice addition to this. It's a small detail, but I think it adds a lot. Definitely adds that steampunky, weird vibe. That's gonna be great. I'm glad I figured something out to place it on, because the lamp idea was amazing. But yeah, I guess you can't place it on a fence, which makes a lot of sense, because you can't really place anything but fences there. But this works. Yeah, this is great. Look at that. That's a nice fancy end of the roof now. Okay, I guess we better design the rest of this as well. I think that we want to probably... Oh, the visual storage part. I'm no expert in visual storage, by the way. I just like the way it looks. I think we're gonna go for this kind of design in here. The only real question I have is whether I go steampunk skins on top or just normal stone. I think might go steampunk here, but for this window at least, we'll go frontier. Yeah, Coco's really good at it. In my tribe, Dan is also really good at it. He's been setting it up on the community server for us. Well, mostly for them, let's be honest. There we go. Yeah, he might have killed a tame or two, but that's fine. There we go. I think I want to go for the clean metal here because we already have the detailed one underneath. Like that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this wall. This wall is quite nice. Let's quickly take the gun and copy some glass settings so that I'm not sure if I want to... I've been going for the roses everywhere, but I don't know if I want to have those everywhere. Maybe we'll change them later to something different, but just for the complete look, we'll quickly paste those in. There we go. Look at this. I'd say I'm pretty happy with the side of this build so far. This is definitely a good one. Hello there, David. Welcome in. Yeah. This is not too bad at all. And then these I definitely want to change into, of course, some proper skins. Do I like this underground? What would it look like if I change this to... I guess the glass just lets you look inside. For the rest, it's the same texture. I don't know what I like more, actually. I guess it kind of depends on what we're going to have going on the inside. Maybe for now, just the normal one. Although I do really love the glass detail. Alright, I feel like that is a pretty good start to one of the walls. Could use a clock. Yeah, but I'm also gonna still build a... there's gonna still be a build here on the front, and I feel like we might want to have the clock there. Because that's where the crafting stations... Well, at least that was my original plan. The crafting stations are gonna be there. This is just like the storage hall. But, to be fair, this build might be big enough to have multiple clocks. Because apparently, like, it's a certain amount of foundations that they need to be apart. Okay. Well, the only way that we're gonna add any sort of like build on top of here is gonna be with overlapping, and I kind of have already done so many builds with a bunch of overlapping that I want to keep it to a minimum here, especially for the build itself. Like the walkway is fine because you can leave that out easily, but I kind of want to not go too crazy on the main build so that people with official settings can also use the design. So let's just see what it looks like if we change this. I guess we could still add in like a window somewhere. Like for example, we could just make a window there. That could work. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make those shapes into windows. All right, let's see what this all looks like with the proper skins. There we go. Yeah, I think that could probably work. You don't have to always over detail every single part, of course. There we go. I do actually really like the fact that we have like a rounded shape at the, well, as round as you can do. Yeah, I think that works. And I think if we then just use the greenhouse roof. Yeah, that's quite nice, right? It's just a little window. Some windows to let some light in. Well, light in Aberration, as far as there is light. Okay, well, let's continue this by having the little edge here. Man, we're gonna get so much space on the inside. Once again, absolutely huge build. It's all right. It's fine. Now, yeah, I kind of just want to have these 3 walls as windows, because I feel like that does make a lot of sense. And I'm probably just going to go for default. And then, as I said, I'm going to probably use the custom cosmetic, because I think that fits in well, especially with these, the wooden pillar variant. But the question is, do we want to have just one giant window, or do we try to create some more shape to it? I guess it kind of would make sense to at least have the top part continue through. Although they usually clash. Yeah, they don't clash that nicely with this pillar, which is weird because it's the same structure set. So surely it should work nicely with it. What would it look like if we have this on both sides? Yeah, see? It kind of takes over that whole pillar, you know? Which is what I don't really like. I guess instead we could perhaps still have a wall there, but make it like frontier skin maybe? I don't know. I guess we could. I don't know. Let's see what it would look like if we make one big window. We want to go for this one. Yeah, this fits in so nicely with these pillars, I feel like. It's a little bit busy. So yeah, it is nice to be able to look out. Because it's so clear compared to if you have... That's my one gripe with most of the window textures from vanilla. Like, even this, like the difference. This you can actually enjoy. This is still like a little bit blurry. Oh, you didn't know about the Frontier one? But to be fair, this is the Frontier one, the clear one. This is just a custom cosmetic. Although on our community server, of course, we have Klinger mod as well, so you can just use Klingers. But if you're on official settings or official servers or anywhere, you can just use custom cosmetics without having to install like proper mods. I think it could work. I kind of want to see... Like maybe on these sides, I try to maybe reel it in a little bit. Let's see what this would look like. So instead of having the full window, we would kind of do something like this. This would then just be this. And then I guess around it, we would have the Frontier skin. I think that actually might be better. Like, it's just... It feels like it makes a little bit more sense. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we do a full window? Or do we do a little bit something like this? Like, could we even get some more shape into this? I don't know. We can try. Yeah, that doesn't match up quite nicely. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do some supports with either scaffolding or slope walls so that we have some more shape to all this. I don't know. I don't know which wall or window I like more. I guess, like, if you're watching from the inside, this is still a small window. So from the inside, the idea of big windows are quite nice. But maybe we just go for this. That's probably going to be the nicest option, to be honest. Which is a shame, of course, if you don't have mods. But I guess we've got some alternatives. If you do not have mods. Yeah, I think I like the one the most. because I do like the idea of being able to really enjoy my view over the blue area. Kind of the whole idea of this build. And I can turn these into giant stained glass windows, which going to be nice as well. Although then maybe we can't enjoy the view as much, but yeah, that might be the nicest pattern. I mean, I guess you can still enjoy the view nicely enough. So if we want to, we could. Maybe we keep then one clear and then the other two stained. Like day. And then this one is going to be night. Alright. Because I think that could actually be a really nice touch. And then I think keeping the middle one as just the normal one might actually be really cool. So yeah, that's going to be the night one. This is going to be the day. So they are similar, yet different. And then yeah, because this kind of works pretty well, especially looking out of the blue with the blue window. Doesn't change that much. I do like that. We might even do something here on this window, I suppose. Or just leave it clear. It's kind of nice. We'll leave it like this for now. But I definitely think the big window in the end is a nice feature. Oh yeah, if you have ASR, you have the ASR gun, which actually is useful for many things. If you select the glass mode setting, right click, select whatever you have, and then you can copy it to all other glass of ASR. You can do the same for, if you change to structure variants, you can do the same. You can also demolish, pick up, delete, like this. The gun is basically, if you're using ASR, the gun is your best friend for easy building, even in survival. It makes it a lot easier and faster. Don't worry, I didn't know that for the longest time either. Alright, let's bring out some scaffolding here on the outside, because we definitely do want to add some details. I'm actually not going to keep it as scaffolding. I'm going to change it later. But for now, we're going to add these in as like little supports, basically. Since we have a little bit of an overhang. And it's just a nice way to add in some detail. I think it makes sense to add one there. Let's not do it for there because we don't know what's going to be on the end of that building. So yeah, this already could work very well, but again, custom cosmetics or mods are going to be your friend. Custom cosmetics, if you're not able to install mods, I'm going to go for this one. Another one of the Klinger rustic custom cosmetics, but they are really, really cool because they are like curved. And I feel like that is gonna really transform it, because curves, of course, is something that we do not really have too many of in the ARK building options. So any curve that you can add, they add a lot. And these are some of my favorite pieces from Klingers in general. Like the curve is just so nice, and then the whole wooden vibe, and I feel like they fit very well with this build. Yeah, it just adds that extra bit of shape into it. All right, I think we can be quite happy with that so far. That's gonna be our little hallway. Actually, I'm quite curious now because we made the whole little walkway on the outside, but in case that we do want it, could we? I guess we could. This would fit here. This would actually fit. Well, I'll probably want to have one more to the side, to be honest, because otherwise it's kind of close to the wall. But yeah, this thing is so big. I guess it doesn't want to snap like that. But yeah, I think having it somewhere like here, probably a little bit more in front so it's not clipping through the window. But I guess this could work. Actually, to be honest, we could go all in and really utilize the fact that you have to cross over this bridge and just place it like this, so that the only way past is going over the structure. I kind of like that, actually. Yeah, that could actually be quite nice. Gonna leave that there for now. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely gonna also have space enough on the inside, even with all the storage. You're definitely gonna have enough room to just add it on the inside as a structure in here. But I kind of like the idea of having to go outside for crafting, and if I'm going to use visual storage and stuff, it's going to be way easier. And I also have a pool mod anyway on here, so I'm not too worried about that. And it's a private server, so I don't have to worry about people coming in and stealing my stuff anyway. There we go. Let's change all these floors to get the right vibes inside as well. Because here we can definitely use more fancy floor skins, of course. There we go. That's already coming together nicely. There we go. Well, might as well change all of this for the proper looks. There we go. We got a nice fancy floor inside. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the first side of this building. Definitely taking a little bit longer than expected, but also I guess I went once again a little bit bigger than expected, so I might be doing another 2 or 3 part for this. I feel like it would make sense interior wise to have some of these extra interior beams, or pillars actually, just as like extra supports. However, I don't know if I want to line them up with that or actually line them up with the exterior ones. So I guess these would make sense here. And then depends on how often we want to have them, I suppose. But otherwise this would be here. This would be here. That would be there. I guess we would have one in the middle. But that's kind of weird to have it in the middle. Alternatively, we could have one there as well. And then we would have one there and there. That might actually make the most amount of sense. Because to be fair, we're going to have a bunch of storage here. Actually, I think I definitely also want to remove the gate there. And I don't think I'm going to have the entrance. I think I'm going to make that into mostly a wall of storage. Which it should be, because it's a storage hole. And if we're going to add too many crazy things to the side, we're gonna have less and less space for the actual storage bits. So I do feel like this is probably gonna make the most amount of sense. There we go, a nice hallway. And then these are gonna all be this normal variant because it looks very steampunky and it has like the nice wooden interior bit. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna be quite nice. So I guess today might just be the storage bit, and then the next stream might be the workshop bit. Judging by the fact that I went a little bit bigger than I imagined, but kind of nice because it might be an ultimate storage and workshop. To be honest, like for most people, you just build this and this is the base. Like this is all you're gonna need. There's all the space ever. Which is not too bad. All right, let's add in these. Because, yeah, we want to just have them in there. Even though we're going to use this as windows as well. We're going to have the fancy shutters. Gonna add in the windows. Like, oh, like that. All right, so I think it would make sense now to have a pillar here in the middle, just because that is the actual middle of this whole wall. So we can definitely add that in. And change it all to stone. There we go. Then we definitely want to take out our stone walls again. I guess here we're gonna have to probably still make these walls a little bit more interesting, even though most of it is going to be used for storage. So we want to just be able to place things against it, not have too many windows in there. But maybe what we do, we don't have that there. I guess we can do it over there, just those twos, and then we're gonna actually make those like this. Those are going to be actual windows. I think that's probably about it. Like we could of course make the fancier windows like we have over here. But I actually think it might be nice just to have normal windows for once. Because they do also look really nice in this pack. So like that, and then I think the rest is just going to be the normal stone wall. Oh, no. Like that. I feel like that is a decent start, and then the scaffolding is definitely gonna be... Wait, is it not allowing me? Okay, I guess we'll... First we'll do the ceilings then. Oh yeah, the roof is gonna be slightly different now as well, because we don't have the extra bit like that in the middle. But I'm sure we'll find a way to make it still look interesting. So we have this, and then we'll have that one for sure. I don't know if we'll have other ones. There we go. All right, so if we change this, it's gonna look like that. If we do it like this, I feel like it makes more sense to basically do it like this. Basically make it into like a whole line of them. Because otherwise they feel a little bit out of place, a little bit random. But I guess that does work. For the other sides, what I'm thinking actually of doing is going in like this on the edges. Kind of to blend it in. It also makes this wall less awkward because it kind of blends more. So that's going to be just normal metal variants, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best. Also, is there a slight gap in there? I don't know. Sometimes it feels like there is. Like here, definitely feels like it. So that might mean we need more pillars. To just kind of make sure that there is no visual gap at all. There we go. Yeah, that works. That definitely works. Let's change these skins first. Just so that we don't have to remove the wall again. There we go. And that means one wall done. Yeah, I think that looks way better. That kind of blends it all in. The perfect like combination of the both textures of the stone and the normal steampunk skins. So, well, no, not taking out all the wood or the stone. Gotta love these earthquakes. There we go. Nope. That one. Oh, well, I guess actually, no, this is entirely gonna be this skin, but then just changing these variants. Perfect. Yeah, that works. I guess... Do we also need pillars next to these? Yeah, sometimes there's a gap, sometimes there isn't. I guess we kind of just need to add pillars then just to make sure we do not have that weird gap anywhere. There we go. these are all gonna be the steampunk one again, and then oh. All right. That looks quite nice already. And then I guess we do want to have pillars next to these. It's very... Is there a gap? Well, there's definitely a gap. Guess we better do it just in case, because we're gonna know, and it's gonna always annoy us that we know that there is in fact a slight gap there. Guess we want to get rid of those skins, because otherwise for some reason I can't change the other ones. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So let's change these skins. Nope. There we go. Yeah, I really hope that at some point there's gonna be a faster way to change these skins. Whether it's gonna be something wildcard fixes, or maybe some kind of modder just works it out how to make this easier. I love the ASR system for this. There we go. And then we finally finished the walls of the build. There we go. We got a nice wall over here. We got a nice wall on the other side. Actually, there we go. So yeah, this wall here on the inside should be big enough for all of our storage, so we can have like vaults or the visual storage against it without any issues at all. I guess this is also where we change these skins so that they look nice and steampunky as well. And then it's finishing the roof of this part. Well, some of them are going to be quite easy, I suppose. Just very straightforward. Okay, so I think the top two layers we definitely don't want to mess around with, because we liked the way that looked. And I guess the bottom layer is also just going to be a straight line here. Yeah, we definitely want to try and add something steampunky, because so far it's a very nice build. Not necessarily a lot of steampunk yet. Besides just the normal skins, of course. So once we have the whole roof done for this part, I think we'll decide where we want to add maybe some pipes and stuff like that. Because a proper steampunk build, it's got to have some pipes around, of course. Do I want to add anything here? I think I'm just going to do another one of these in the middle here as well. I think that probably makes the most amount of sense without doing like anything crazy. All right. There we go. Quite happy with that so far. We'll take the frontier skin. Change those into windows. There we go. We'll start with our normal railings before we add in the little detail with the lamp. Okay, so we'll do these all at the same time. There we go. Get rid of the quarter walls. And then we'll take out our little lamp. Yeah, this might be my favorite new discovery of today. The little lamp on pillar detail. There we go. And then it's time to add some steampunk skins to those. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, I do really like this little design that we came up with. That's a really nice touch for these. Alright, well, better start changing all of the roof now into the nice steampunk skin. There we go. Yeah, I would say that's off to a good start with this building. Let's also add in all those windows. The windows, you can just use the Frontier skin from the Bob Daldale's DLC. You could use any custom cosmetics that has nice windows, but the ones that I'm specifically using right now are from ASR. Architect Structures Remastered. Probably the best build mod out there. Basically just massively expands the default textures. Yeah, there we go. That's a good addition to the roof here. I'm thinking, would it be worth it to add like a little border around these? I think it could be. Just a little bit, because there's little else that we can do on these sides, but I feel like this just adds that a little bit. Okay, well, I'm quite happy with the way this storage hall is turning out so far. I think we definitely want to have a nice little railing on the top here. All right, Although, to be fair, I might add a little tower to the top here anyway, like in the middle. I mean, we're gonna have a bigger build in the front, but I feel like it could be quite nice. I don't know if I want to make it like this big. Maybe we do actually for a build that is a little bit bigger. Let's see. It's gonna be like that, just attached to the roof because it's more for show. I'm glad you like it, Pickles. That's always good. Okay, so yeah, we can have like a little... well, little. We can have a tower here on top, I think. I don't know why. Steampunk. It's always the answer. Steampunk. I guess just as a little way to break up the roof. And maybe we want to have another spotlight. Why not? Spotlight tower. Do we want to have something like this maybe before we go to the roofs? Yeah, I feel like this might be too big, right? This is a little bit absurd. I mean, I don't know if it is actually. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely how I've been using Steampunk, just as an excuse to just embrace the chaosness of my building. No, I feel like this size is actually pretty good for a build like this. So what we're gonna do here is have a little border of quarter ceilings. Wait, I do not have foundation support? That's so random. Did I go too high? Surely I have foundation support. I literally have an entire foundation. I mean, I guess I can add some pillars here in the middle, maybe? Oh, I did not add the foundation in the middle, I suppose. Ah, that might be the problem, to be honest. Wait, this is too dark in here. I guess I did not add the foundation because I didn't think I need it. But if you go up too high, you might in fact need it. So let's just make sure that we fill in the foundations, or at least add some lines through here, I guess. Well, let's just fully add it in. Might as well. There we go. Okay, well, now I can hopefully finish my tower. There we go. Because of course, you already know my favorite detail in Steampunk. We're gonna have a coil. Ideally, we're gonna have it powered, but we don't have any power here yet. But if you power it, it goes up a little bit higher even, and it's just a very nice way to have a tower be a little bit more pointy without needing any modded structures. There we go. So yeah, right now it doesn't look like much, but it's quite nice if you extend them. I've got them in a few of the towers over there as well. All right, let's update all these textures as well. There we go. Let's do the pillars first so I can easily change the variants. I think this one, we're gonna go stone into the other one, into the thin one. I feel like that could work. Oh yeah, the Tesla coil is one of my favorite things to do. And if you have power, you can activate it and it extends. I'll show it on one of the other towers in a little bit. Let me just make sure that I change these skins so that I don't forget any part of it. Because obviously we're going to have power here eventually, but right now we do not have it yet. Yeah, so that's going to just be a little tower addition. So yeah, if you extend it, it kind of pops up like this. And it's just a really nice little addition, because right now it's like this. Activate it and it goes out like that. So it's just a nice little way to make towers like this a little bit more pointy. I guess it's also can, you know, attack or stun dinos if they're attacking you. Whatever. It's a nice little build piece. That's what we're using it for. Yeah, I guess we could have a spotlight up here. Maybe even a bell. I've got a modded bell and a normal bell. You know, you can have a spotlight. Where would we want to light the spotlight? I don't know. There we go. But you could also have your bell up here, I suppose, if we want to make use of all the Bob Tall Tales pieces. And then I got also the Western Deco mod on, so I could even add an actual bell hanging down like that, which will actually be a nice detail there. All right, well, that is the outside. We definitely want to be adding pipes. So I think for that one, I want to have one there. I'm not gonna do them equal heights because that is not very interesting, but yeah, just some pipes up there to get us going. Hello there, hello there. Oh, you missed me? Wow, before you know it, I'll be back. Let's see, maybe in the corner, because it's kind of a boring corner. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we'll do a different height here. And we'll paint them eventually, but for now, let's just place them in. So yeah, I want to make sure that they're different heights so that if you look them, well, in this case, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to see. Well, you can see them both. That it's more clear that they're actually pipes, I suppose. Although you can also, I suppose, use them as a bigger chimney, since we can't really have like a chimney stick out on this height. Like we could just have them here and just stick out like this. I wish we could make them go down a little bit more. But yeah, I think that might be nice as well. Just like a little... Well, is it a chimney? Is it just another pipe going off to the air? Doesn't matter. Yeah, it looks kind of nice. Especially once we start painting it. I think that is... The exterior for this part, at least, looks pretty nice. Plenty steampunk. Of course, I'm gonna add railings and change the skins of this walkway, but that's just time consuming, so we'll not do that right now. And I don't want to add too many crazy details just yet until we do the front of the building and have like the whole steampunk build workshop on front. So I think for now we'll focus a little bit more on doing the interior. Now technically we could definitely add another layer to this, but I don't think I need to, because I don't need that space. So I think I'm just gonna turn this into a very big hallway, or like a big storage hall where I can just appreciate the full size of it, and just make it into a crazy steampunk factory hall if we can manage it, which I think would be a fun challenge. There we go. So we'll make these pillars a little bit higher to support the actual roof. There we go. Yeah, I think that's just gonna be nice to have like the whole impressive hall as your actual storage, and then we can really play around with making like crazy decorations, having like pipelines coming in and out of the walls, doing some fun stuff. And otherwise I'm gonna make another floor and not really use it anyway. I do think that means that I want to fill this up, but I'm gonna flip the walls like this. And we'll just go all the way around. Because otherwise we have that like awkward space in between, right? All right, David, thanks for joining again. Have a good night. Okay. Oh, there's a Rex in my ear. Hello there, Michaela. Thank you very much for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you very much. You will also, since you're a builder, you can also have access to all the videos, as soon as I schedule them, you have early access to them, which can be quite helpful as soon as I get working on all the tutorials of all the new builds that I've been designing, because then you can sometimes watch them like a couple of days, in the best case a week early, if I'm, you know, ahead of my game and I'm actually working ahead with videos, which I try to do. There we go. We'll have the pillars continuing up here because the corners look a little bit weird. In some of these cases, you can't even see where the pillar stops and the skin continues. But yeah, I do think that's a nice little ending of the walls at the top, the flip texture. And it prevents those weird gaps in the walls. So definitely happy with that. Definitely happy with that. I suppose that if you wanted to fit in the Steam Forge, I guess you could also fit it in here at the end. You know, it would fit. It would fit. So if you wanted to, definitely easy inside. Probably would do it there because might be a little bit more tricky anywhere else, just because it's, I mean, it is quite big, isn't it? But yeah, you can still easily walk around it. It's actually not a bad spot to have it. Although I do think for my personal needs, I think I like it on the outside. But wait, why I can't walk up? Is that because of the walls? Might be. Yep. Okay, well, let's get rid of them. Yeah, you could totally add them. I'm not gonna keep it there because I, of course, wanted the views in this specific spot. But it's good to know that it works, I suppose. As for actual storage, I think what you want to do is, even in case of normal ARK, you probably just want to go around and have like a bunch of vaults. And then to add the next layers, I'd probably go and have a layer of ceilings like this with the thin pillars. Because then you can have the second layer as well. But, of course, we want to make it look a little bit nicer. Do I want to have it like this? Or that? This makes more sense, I think. There we go. Yeah, I do really like this glass texture as well. So yeah, and this is an easy way to be able to stack your storage, of course. You maybe want to add some letters to create like some interesting looking storage, especially if you go up even higher, which you definitely could. I will be probably using the visual storage because I've just added that in. But, I mean, the concept stays the same, whether you're using visual storage or just vaults. The only thing that changes is that, of course, the visual storage, I will see what is in the basket. So, I guess that would be fiber. You might have some more fiber on top. We'll add in some metal. Actually, no, I kind of think that the metal I will add on the other end here. There we go. Stone, I feel I can go next to the metal. Whereas thatch, I feel like makes more sense next to fiber. And then wood, you can have next to that. Guess there's one left. But yeah, this is for visual storage. This is going to be really nice. And then of course you can just keep going on and on and on as long as you need. I guess it's kind of annoying now that I have one extra space left. So maybe we just add some extra stone or some extra wood. What we need more? Probably actually metal, to be honest. Oh, nope. There we go. At least now it looks like a full rack where we could have the visual storage. I think that's just going to be a really nice way. And of course, you could also just do the same thing with the vaults. It would look basically the same thing. Except visually, of course. In the end, this is going to look a little bit nicer. And then, yeah, you have so many more walls where we can add more and more storage. You can go up. We kind of have already enough room to have all the crafting tables, but yeah, that depends really very much on your own needs, of course. But we'll have plenty of space, and I'll slowly but surely be setting up the visual storage, but I'm probably gonna ask some advice on how to do that the best way, because I did it on Spotify, but I don't know if I set it up in the correct way. So I'm probably gonna do a little bit more research before I start doing that. But overall, I'm very happy with the result of our little storage hall that we've created. This has definitely come out very, very nicely. The position as well, like I love the location. That's why, of course, I started building here. Oh, Aberration can be so weird with the light sometimes. But yeah, look at how far this is on the cliff. This is like literally on the edge of the green now. So the plan is that in front of this, there is still going to be like the main crafting build, like my main build, basically. So there's going to be a crazy steampunk house in front of this. I just went a little bit bigger than I thought I would, so we'll need some more time to get that all built up. So I guess that will be in the next stream. I'm probably going to expand this as well, depending on what the build is going to look like. But I feel like we did make a really good start here for a decently, well, a very big sized storage build. We have a whole walkway around it, which is going to be fun as well, especially because of the location, of course. Perfect views. If we start building on cliff platforms, this might be one of the points where we can transition over into the cliff platforms. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I'm definitely gonna do some painting for these, of course. Usually I paint them gold. Might play around with that a little bit, try to see if I can get some more accents in there. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this is looking so far. We got a very big storage hall. I'm gonna set up my visual storage in here as well. Hello there, Grape. Thank you for the bits. Welcome in, welcome in. That scared me, not gonna lie. I was like, wait, what fun is beginning? But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this is turning out so far. Not just this build, the whole steampunk vibe is, or the town has been really fun to work on. That's what I like about these new official maps with the new Bob Talltail skins. They always add a lot of build content, which is great to do. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be adding a bridge, because I'm already running it at probably every time I do play survival on here, because I also play survival on my community server, like I balance those. It's really annoying to cross the river. So now that especially once we finish the rest of this build, I will know where a bridge would make sense, because attaching it to this walkway would probably be what I'm gonna go for. So yeah, but I'm really happy with the way the storage has turned out. I'm gonna have to set up visual storage, do a little bit of the decoration that way, and then everything that we don't need we'll just fill up with some normal decoration, you know, just making it look nice and good. And then of course, especially once we have the rest of the building, we can really finish it off. But that's going to probably be the next build stream. It's going to be dedicated to finishing the rest of this building and making sure we've got all of that set up. Yeah, the elevated storage is nice, especially with visual storage. It's one of my favorite things. That's why I've finally decided to just add it on my own playthrough as well, because I just like the way that it's going to fill things up as soon as you have more of a resource. So it's a really nice visual way to decorate your base, but also just to visually see how much stuff you have. So yeah, we're gonna have that in here. We're gonna have to light up the place as well a little bit so that we don't necessarily need a light pad to be able to see inside. But yeah, I feel like we made good progress, and definitely liking what we've come up with today. So yeah, this has been awesome. Yeah, I like what we did. I like this build. It's a good start of this storage and workshop. Even though we didn't get to the workshop part, it's a good start. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed the stream, of course, don't forget to leave a like. That helps out a lot. And if you want to see more videos and streams, of course, make sure that you're subscribed. And then hopefully, I'll see you in one of the next ones, which will probably be very, very soon again. So thanks for joining me today. And for now, goodbye. And hopefully, until next time.